Hello, everybody. You ever have one of those days that you just can't get out of bed? I did that. And my husband came home from work and he says, "Are you all right?" Wakes me up. And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm home." I said, "What time is it?" It's like 8 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh. Well, he's got to go to work tomorrow, but he won't be home until the next day. So I'll get a reprieve there. I even called my caregiver off today, told her she could have the day off. She says, "Can I come later?" I said, "I don't know if I'll be up." Well, I guess I wasn't. The thought did run through my mind after she said I could come later. Well, maybe I'll get up at 1 or 2, maybe 3. Now call her, tell her if she wants to, she could come. I didn't even wake up. So I'm going to do some makeup. Um, I actually had to get out of here. So what I did after I woke up in that, I sent my caregiver a text. This is about 8:30, and said, "I'm going to town. You want to ride shotgun?" She never answered me, so she must have been in bed already. I know she's an early riser. So yeah, the ride to town is so. In the daytime, it's very boring because it's daylight and you see nothing but lake, which isn't bad if you're in the mood, but nighttime, it is just so dark and it's so peaceful. There's hardly, well, I would say I only passed like, well, I didn't pass them, but coming the other way, I only saw 3 other vehicles there and back. So that's how sparse it was. So I've been doing this different playing around with eyeshadow if you've been watching me. So I went specifically to the health and beauty to get when I put my nail polish on, it's really pretty. But there's this stuff I can get. It's called Quick Dry, and when I put it on, it even enhances the polish I've got on. Yeah, it makes it like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just beautiful. I get lots of compliments on it. But they didn't have any. I gotta stop telling people. Oh gosh, I'm a talker. I talk to people at Walmart, and I've told people about it. So now there's not any for me. They're probably out buying it out, right? So yeah, man, I couldn't get over the price of lettuce. I just bought some last week. I get the small shredded bag because usually I'm the only one that eats it, and I put it on a sandwich. And that was the bigger bag that I got last week. It was like $3 something. Oh, I went there tonight, and it looked like they had pulled a lot of outdated stuff off the shelf. And the small bag of shredded was like $4, almost $4. I said, "Heck no, I don't need it that bad." And a head of lettuce is just too much. I'll end up throwing most of it out. So as I was walking around I was gonna get some more of these. I told you they were only like $2. They're $3.28 now. So nope, not doing that. So my thing was wanting different colors, and I think it was in the 70s. I remember my mom, it was blue eyeshadow was a big thing, right? And she'd wear that blue eyeshadow and the liquid eyeliner, and it was pretty, but it just went out. Everybody was against it. Like, that was a big no, big faux pas, right? So, guess what I got? Yep, the blue. I got some blue and some darker purple and a teal color. And as soon as I get them unwrapped, I will show them to you. So I was going around there and I thought, well, I'll just do a video when I get home with these different colors. Gosh, the wrappers, I'm unwrapping them. They keep sticking, static electricity, right? So, yeah, what'd you guys do today? Did you do anything fun? You got anything coming up for the weekend? My birthday's on Thursday. My husband, he goes, I'm going to miss your birthday. I told him that's okay. When I was in Indiana, they had a Mexican restaurant called Hacienda. And it was your birthday. They gave you these great big straw sombreros to wear. Well, when I was in my teens, maybe early 20s, that was fun. But when you're an adult, you really don't want that. Anyway, it became my yearly thing was to go there on my birthday. Well, as the years went by, it got so packed. Like, the lines would be so long out to the parking lot, and people would wait. It was that good. They had good daiquiris, margaritas. Yeah. I would have one sometimes when I went, but not all the time. Just because expensive, and I didn't drink and drive. Never. Um, so, having a heck of a time getting this one off. Yeah, those little dotted lines, they're supposed to have it perforated so you can peel it off slowly. Oh, when I was on the drive home, I was on the way there too. They had really good older music. Not like ancient 50s stuff, but oh, what was that song? Don't Stop Believing. That kind of music. And I just cranked that stereo. And Bubba has an awesome stereo speakers. It's just awesome. This sound just surrounds you. It doesn't feel like it's right in your face or so. Yeah, cranked up really loud, keeping my eyes peeled for deer. I didn't. I saw a mouse cross the road, and I saw a cat cross the road. Not in the same place though. But you know, I was alert if I saw a little bitty mouse scurrying across the road. Well, anyway, when I got to Walmart, I have to use one of those riding carts when I'm by myself. So I get one, I turn it on, it says 100%. I'm going around and around. About halfway through the store, I'm back by where the lunch meat and that is. Because I wanted to see the egg prices. Well, it was $5.18 for 12, so I said, nope, skipping those. Well, I get up by the lunch meat, I'm getting my husband's. He eats that Great Value brand, and it's a pound package, and he likes the rotisserie chicken flavor. I finally got those wrappers off. Here they are. Should have my glasses on so I can see, right? So, right after I got his lunch meat, I start pulling up, and right in front of the bacon, it just stopped. It was done. And, hey, this is made in Mexico. Why are they screaming they don't have any jobs? Anyway, this is called Blue Me Away. Blue is spelled Blue. It looks like the true color in the screen. Yeah, pretty close. This one's called Royal Scam. Dark purple. And this one's called Not So Calm Waters. It's kind of a aqua marine color or teal color. Anyway, they were only $1. Yeah. So I get home. Oh, I had a 5-gallon water refill, which I wasn't sure I was going to get because that town had a water main break last week, so they were on a boil order. And I know the refill at the water at Walmart comes from that water. They just filter it. So I went and looked, and the filter on the machine had been changed to 25, so I'm safe. But anyway, after I get it home and I put it in the water cooler and I take it out, I filter it again before I drink it. I use those, it's like a Brita water filter, but it's Culligan brand. Yeah. And the lid on it has a little dial you can put in when you changed it, or when, either when you changed it or when you need to change it, however you prefer to do it. So, yeah, that's what I do. And then I'm filtering it into a 3-gallon. Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm a little overboard, but I'm like, I got kidney failure. I got to be careful what I put into my body. Oh, and I cracked open that cranberry ocean spray juice. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Yeah, my husband doesn't like cranberry juice whatsoever. But I said, take a sip. So he did. That's really good. And he drank my whole glass full. Yeah. Isn't that nice of him? I'm trying to use this lighted mirror this time. Oh yeah, that's helping me a lot. It really is. Get that. Now I don't know how this is gonna work with that new eyeshadow at all, because it looks like a crayon. And when this dries, it's almost like that waxy crayon. I mean, it's comfortable to wear. You don't feel like you've got a ton of makeup on. But my eyes are so dang dark from, I don't know, if you know, you know. It's if you ever seen a person that gets edema, or if you have it, it seems like where the skin stretches and then goes back down, it gets darker. That's what I've got in my eyes. Man, I must have needed the sleep. Can't believe I slept like that. But I tell you what, doing these videos with you guys, it has helped me in so many different ways. Getting some feedback and getting some, just talking about things. And then I can go back and watch what I said. And that even helps me. I've always been, everybody tells me anyway, I've always been really good at advice and telling people where to go and how to get there. And I'm really receding there. If you have any suggestions, I don't know. I think there's some kind of drops or something. I don't know if you guys know. Tell me. Um, I love this lighted mirror, but it's just a little bit too small. Let's see if I can figure something else out. I did figure something else out. Usually I use this mirror, and it's got 5 times the magnification and then the regular side. And I usually have it setting beside this, can't find my words, the stand and the phone. I usually just do that. What do you think, guys? Blue teal. I'm going to go with the blue. It says it's a multi-stick. Not sure what that means, but I'm not afraid to try new things. Ooh, it goes up and down. Isn't that fancy? Let's see what it looks like. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't like pull my skin or anything. Yep, that's that look. Still feels like it could use some, I don't know, some feathering or something. It does kind of feel not wet, kind of just, you feel it there, like kind of heavy. Maybe I'm putting too much on. Ridiculous. But I like it. I like it. So get this. I've talked about it a lot, but I hate to keep talking about it, but it's just what I'm talking about. Um, Gotta get my knee replacement surgery's been moved twice, rescheduled twice. So now it's set in for April 2nd. They first scheduled me April 1st and asked me if that was okay, and I said no. What else do you got open? And they said the 2nd, so the day after. I said, you know why I don't want it on the 1st? She says, why? I said, because that's April Fool's Day. She laughed. Yeah, I kind of like the way this stuff goes on. It's almost, I can compare it like to a cream almost. It's really comfortable, smooth. I definitely feel like I like it more than I like the powder. That is so different. Wow. That light over there kind of, let me see what it looks like with it off. Yeah, that gives me more of a real, more close to. My wheelchair doesn't want to get under this desk. Okay, got it. Um, my cat. I've never left at night and I've never left alone. And I'm here with her basically 24/7. My husband said when I left to go to the store, she went crazy. She kept sitting by the door howling. Poor baby. And of course, when I get home, I've still got my glasses on because I was driving. She jumps up, didn't even let me sit down, but um, so she hadn't even taken my sweatshirt off yet. She jumps up here, she's licking my face, and my glasses on. She's biting my glasses a little bit. And she was just so excited I was home, and then she was headbutting me and all that. So now, remember, I was taking those videos in front of the cabinet, and she would be way up there behind me. She just got up there now, and she's hanging her head off the side and going like this to watch me. You want to make sure I'm not going to go somewhere? She blinked at me. Yeah. Enjoy the good times while you're here. I haven't said it in a few videos, but I do. I'm glad that I'm alive at the same time. Like all of us are here to experience history and what's going on. And whether you like what's going on with the politics and all that or not, you can still appreciate that you're here experiencing it. Enjoy your life, guys. And I know sometimes I can get a little spicy in my videos, but that's just part of enjoying my life. If you don't talk about things, how are you going to deal? Well, everybody has their own way, I suppose. But I'm going to try and do this eyeliner now. Oh, now she's over on this. I think she's just. I hear ya. I told you that I was trying to get swift with this eyeliner. But what I found out is if I just screw up a little bit, I can just make it thicker. And then I started liking that look. So I started making it thicker yet. If you can see it, I think it looks pretty good. Feels a little bit wet there. So this is the eye that when I'm doing it, when I'm trying to do it. So then see how I get it kind of goobered up. I just lay the brush flat, like the whole thing, and then I drag it over, and then I just fill in the space. Yeah. When there's a will, there's a way, right? I like the look of it more than I like the pencil. Well, I got this side a little thicker than I did the other one, but I'm not going to go back to the other one. It's not like I'm going anywhere. Been there already. This is just for fun. Yeah, pretty cool. You girls gotta give me some eyeshadow tips. But I'm really liking this blue. Heck with what they say. I'm gonna do it my way. No, think I need anything there? Sometimes I feel like when I put something there, it makes the puffiness look worse. I was gonna try some of that, I don't know what it's called, but the ladies are putting it, they put it here and stuff to get rid of crow's feet. I don't have those. Overall, I have really good skin for 52. Um, of course, it's dry because of hormones and that being out of whack, so well gone. Um, but I just use that Jergens. I showed it in one of my earlier videos. It's a Jergens brand, and it's called After Shower or whatever. Well, anyway, I keep it in the shower, and when I'm done, when I'm all still wet and everything, you just take like a dime size, and I can do my whole upper body with it. And it's not oily, it's not greasy, but it really moistures it, like locks in that water. And when you get out, or if you have, I don't know if you dry in the shower or not. Well, anyway, when you dry with a towel, you just kind of blot it. You can wipe it, but I just wouldn't wipe hard enough to rub it off. But my whole body, even when I get dressed, it just feels so good. So, yeah. Anyhow, it's not in the lotion section, okay? It is, if you're going through Walmart and you see the aisle that's, I think it's the other side of the lotion. Because ours is, you got the shampoo, all that, and then on the next aisle, you've got like the body washes. So it's not in those aisles. It's over closer by the, oh, poise and, you know, bladder control pads and stuff. It's kind of in that aisle, and it's up top. And it's in its own little box on the shelf, like where they light it up or whatever. And there's different, I call them flavors, but you don't eat it. They've got like the shea butter and the cocoa butter, whatever. The one I get is the one in the blue. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's good and it works. Just a little smear. Oh, guys, I really like that. I had just a little bit where when I was doing the pen, that it kind of went up here. And I simply just wiped it like that. It was still moist, and it just went right away exactly where I wanted it to go. And I don't know if you can see, but my skin's really loose, and it'll wrinkle when I do like that. So My challenge has always been to find something, because when you've got those that wrinkly skin or whatever, it seems to make it look worse or accentuate it. And this stuff is just, it almost smooths it out. It you can't well, I can't see the wrinkle doesn't stand out. Am I getting my point across? I don't even know. I'm just like crazy daisy here. So I've always plucked my eyebrows, and I don't anymore. I don't need to. But what I get is I'll get a wild one that it'll like grow out to here or something, and I can't see it because it's usually white or blonde. And then I'll be looking in the mirror, and then I see it. And then I got to grab the tweezer, and then I've got to look for it again because I can't find it again. Does that happen to you? So, anyway, what I do, I don't know. If you got any of these little cuticle scissors, see how they're curved? But I usually use it with the curve down like that, and then I brush it up with, on the end of this brush is one of these, and I'll just brush it up like that and then trim. I think somebody told me that's not the way to do that, but I do what I do what I want. Yeah, that works pretty good for me. I haven't had really eyelashes that you can really see probably since my teenage years. Isn't that strange? Because I used to wear the mascara. And remember when they came out with that lengthening mascara? But it was clumpy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to match my eyebrow color, and I'm going to try this here. It's when I look in the camera, it looks pink, but it's not. It's like a yeah, it's not pink. So then I just kind of dust. The powder, see, is sitting on top of the brush and not on the other side, but I hold it like this so I can just go along my eyebrow, and the hair kind of picks up the dust, and then I can you just brush it, and then if you want a little bit less, you just go like this and brush it out. It just falls out because it's just powder. But I can go all night, like we go do karaoke and stuff. Um, excuse me, I can go all night. It doesn't come off. Well, of course, it comes off easily when I wash it. And for some reason, my eyebrow on this side, it may be because I've been busted in the head by men, and I have a little scar right here. It's almost completely gone, but I'm wondering if that's why my eyebrow's so thin over here. But anyway, when I do this, you can't really tell. So, I've seen some YouTube videos where gosh, I've watched so many of them, I can't tell you who they were, but, um, I'm not doing anything specific like they did, but I was inspired to, kind of just find my own way. Yeah. I think the social media has some really good things about it. It's better now than before. Like, it seemed like most of it was just junk. People trying to instigate things. But what does it go by the videos you've watched before, and they'll get in the algorithm or whatever it's called, and then you'll start seeing more of those types. I noticed that with my Nomad videos and with the Fox News videos. I try to watch CNN and NBC. That's just like they say the total opposite of what's actually being said. It's crazy. I mean, they can be sitting right there in the press room and all that, and then they go do their story, and you watch their show, and that wasn't anything in there. I don't know where you got that from. And my lips are so thin, and they look worse because I'm getting older and I'm fatter now. So I watched a video where they drew these peaks up here, and they really filled that out. So that's what I've been trying to do. But I don't want to look like a clown. Oh, there's this younger girl that I watch, and her voice is so calming. Um, and she does makeup. I haven't really sat and watched any of her videos lately, but I've seen them go by on my screen, and then I'll click on it for a few minutes, and she'll be reading out of the Bible and things. Oh, I just love that. It's combined with her voice. It's just like so easy to listen to. If you've never seen nomad or van life videos, there's quite a few that I just really enjoy watching them. See, in the mirror, it looks normal. When I look at myself in the phone, it looks like my lipstick's just everywhere. It's not, I promise. So I can tell you a couple of them that I watched right off the top of my head. I think everybody probably knows Bob Wells. He's the one that kind of started all this van life. There could be others. I just don't know about them. So I started watching him, and the first video I ever watched was there was a woman he was talking to. She was in a Pontiac Grand Prix, if you could imagine. That's a two-door car. And she was in her 60s, and she was trying to live on $600 a month. Um, I don't remember if her husband passed. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She was in the situation. And he's very encouraging to people that he meets and greets. So, I'm trying to think how he was doing. Well, anyway, She had, I think she had taken her passenger seat out and made herself a bed in there. And then, oh, one of the tips people are giving in the van life is when you park and it's not level, you got to remember that usually the front end of the vehicle is a little lower than the back, even though the wheels may be level. The vehicle's built that way. So they say to try to find somewhere that or sleep with your head towards the back, because if you lay the other way, they'll wake up with a really bad headache because their feet were higher than their body. So there's one tip for you. And I guess that goes for anywhere you're sleeping in an RV or anything. I've got a travel trailer and I'm so excited when I get out there to use it this summer. Yeah, there's a state park right down the road, and my husband and I have driven through there, looked at different spots, sites, and it's really pretty. And there's, of course, the lake and lots of kids and a beach and stuff like that. So a lot of things going on. I look forward to it. Um, After we do that for a while, we're probably, I want to look into getting kind of self sufficient on the power. I don't know whether it's solar power or a generator, but a generator is loud and it takes fuel. So, yeah. I've got a camp stove. It's just a one burner deal that runs on butane. Well, it could be propane if you wanted it to be. So it works with both. And I'm used to cooking out on the fire. I mean, that's just what I've always done. And I've always camped with horses. So learning how to camp with just us is going to be a little new to me, but I think it'll be good. I won't have to take care of horses and do all that, but I will miss being able to just jump on and go trail riding and stuff. That was so much fun. Seeing the deer and the animals and the wildlife. Yeah, it's good. But I started watching these videos of the nomads, like I said, and learning that they enjoy hiking and things like that. And I look forward to that now. That's one of the positives that have helped me, maybe help me get over this fear a little bit. And the fear of the knee replacement is the pain. And I'm justified in that. The surgeon has said I'm justified in that, and I probably will be in more pain than others because I can't take anything but Tylenol for pain. My caregiver insists that she's going. There's just no telling her no, she's going. So my husband went along with that. He's been through with me through everything, the all the surgeries I've had and whatnot. So it's a little different for him, and he kind of wanted to be there. And he suddenly just said, "I think she's got you. I think I would rather work." So bonus, he gets to keep working, doesn't have to take the time off, and I'm getting the surgery done. So anyway, she wants to go down the night before. This is in Grand Forks, and get a hotel room for both of us, and then I'll be there already, and I can just go to the hospital and have the surgery. So not that long drive, not that angst or being uptight, you know, just chill, not having to rush, just there. So My husband says we can't afford a motel room right now because the car repairs and everything else. And she says, "No, I'm paying for it." All right, that's really great of her to do that. But you know what? She's not getting paid to do this. Um, I called my social worker and asked if there's units that allow her to do this, and she said no. She said all she can do is turn in your regular units for personal care, and she helps me with the housework. So, but they're tracked. I don't know if you call it GPS or whatever. So she's not able to clock in. She has to be here to be able to clock in on her phone. Because if she was somewhere else and tried to do that, or actually got it to go through, they wouldn't pay her for that. So she does actually have to be here to be able to clock in. So we didn't know if we could go to the store, if it would shut her off or not. So she would leave her phone here and then come back and clock out. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work because according to the social worker, she's not able to just change the location like that for one day or one night. So the next night, because I have to stay the night after the surgery in the hospital, she says, "Well, I don't want to pay for another night in the hotel." She said, "And I don't want to leave you." She's stalking me. No, she's had lots of experience in the orthopedic field, and she's helped many people um, with recovery and that. And I think she just wants to be there from the very beginning. So she has all the information and be able to talk to the surgeon and things. So I called the hospital and I asked if she would be able to stay overnight with me. Um, well, I said my caregiver. And they said, "Well, is that your husband?" And I said, "No, it's my caregiver." And they asked me if she's 18. Well, I'm 50, I'm going to be 53, and she's like a year and a half younger than me. So, no, we're in our 50s. So we kind of laughed at that, but I know they had to ask that. And she said, "I don't think they have any cots, but I know they have a recliner." And I know you've never seen my caregiver. She's been here while I've been doing videos, but she will stay clear away from the area, this area. She's like, goes in my room. She'll just cleaning. She never sits down. But anyway, I shrunk. I was 5'6". Now I'm 5'4". And I think we're the same height, or she might be an inch or so taller than me. But she's smaller, like a size 9, I think. So she's probably more comfortable in a lot of places than some people would be. So the other thing I thought of was, why wouldn't they let her stay? Because if I need something, I'm not calling the nurses every 5 minutes. She's there. She's right beside me. Isn't that neat? And it did. It was totally her idea. It is something she just totally wants to do. And as I got to thinking about it, I thought, that is so neat. That is just, I won't feel alone. I won't feel stressed because I told you my husband, he's had to sleep in hospitals that wouldn't let him stay, and a nurse would put him just stick him somewhere with a blanket and a pillow. So yeah, there's that. I'm debating on whether to do my hair or not. I'm just gonna go to bed after a while. I don't know why I'll go to bed because I was in bed all day. Um, oh, I know what I wanted to show you. When when I was growing up, my mom had this round hair dryer, and it had a big hose on it that came out, and it had a bonnet that you put on, and the hot air just blows right into it. I found one. It's a newer one. It's not that style. Actually, this one's a little inconvenient because of its size. But it's by Conair. This is the case it comes in, and the hose comes right out of there. Yeah. And then, I'll show you the cap. It's funny. It looks funnier when it's on. So there's this cap, and then that hose snaps right into there. You see the vent holes on it? So when I put it on, isn't that hilarious? And what's even more fun is when the hot air is in there, it blows this up like a mushroom. My husband will call me a mushroom man. But it works well, it really does. But there was another attachment to it that I never used before. And I was sitting here one day. My caregiver had called me and said that she was taking that day off. Or to remind me she was off that day, that's what it was. Because she had to take her dog to the vet. Her dog had some kind of what it's called. I call it a cyst. Like the inside of the flap of her ear was this great big, like a bubble. Boy, I'm jumping subject to subject. I'm hyper. So anyway, back to this hair dryer. It had this. And the hot air comes out of there. So, out of shits and giggles, I put it on. There it goes. And you turn it on, and hot air comes out of here. And everybody likes those hair dryers with the diffusers, right? It feels like that, but at the same time, you're combing your hair, it dries so fast. Yeah. And it smooths your hair at the same time. Oh, there was a strange thing. My hair has had so much static because it's been so dry here. Well, when I used this, I thought my hair is just gonna go. It didn't. It actually stayed nice and flat, almost like you had used a flat iron. I thought that was pretty cool. I bought that on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive, like $30 or something. Like I said, I was specifically my hair that's wet. I'll take a shower tomorrow when she comes. I don't need somebody in the bathroom with me when I'm showering. I just need somebody around. I have handrails in there, and there's 3 of them. So every time I turn, there's one basically on every wall. So yeah, and there's a seat in there it's like built to, it's just a shower, and it's like molded in. So if I get tired or my legs start shaking from weakness, I can do that. But my legs aren't shaking anymore. I've been going to the gym and things like that, physical therapy, getting ready for that surgery because my leg has to be strong enough. Yeah, I caught on the radio today that it was 32 tonight when I went to Walmart, but the rest of the week is supposed to be in the 30s, so that's warm for here in the wintertime. Um, Now, I may have or may not have talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again. Um, hey, you guys, I forgot to say, why don't you subscribe here? I talk about so many different things. I can go from one end of the spectrum to another, everything in between. Um, Usually just something, anything that comes to my head. I don't just throw it out. I say, oh, I'm going to see how that goes. And I did a video the other day. Um, and I watched it again. Luckily, nobody saw it. There were 0 views on it, but I deleted it today. I wasn't very nice in it at all. So, anyway, thank you for everybody that has subscribed and viewed and liked. And, like I said, it's okay to dislike. And if I talk about something that I'm wrong, that I have misinformation on, let me know. The only the only couple things I really ask is that post your own post your own comments. Um, if you see somebody that's wrong on there, it's not your problem. It's not your job to correct them or to argue with them, and just post your own comment and don't direct it at them or anything because we're all at different levels of understanding. Okay. um, Profanity, and it comes so easily sometimes. And sometimes people are using it for positive, some are using it for negative. Let's increase our vocabulary, okay? I don't want you to really like a video and then just say, F, that was bad, or, things like that. Especially that word. I really hate it for a personal reason. So, damn, DAMN, that's fine. Hot damn, that's okay. Um, I think you know. But anyways, gosh, what was I talking about? Stop, rewind. Oh, that's another thing I don't know how to do. When I go to the edit on this, like if I stop the video, like instead of hitting pause, I stop it. I cannot figure out how to go back and add more to that video. I've tried looking on YouTube and things. I can't seem to find it. And this is a Samsung. I don't know the number on it. I will look it up and put that in a different video. But yeah, if anybody knows how to do that, I am probably going to buy a new phone soon. I've had this one a few years and I use Straight Talk, which that doesn't have anything to do with that. I can use any phone. But if you know of any phones, maybe under $200 would be nice. Not a Google phone, please. I don't use Google at all. I use Duck, DUCK, and I think it's duck.go. Uh, Duck.go. And they remove tracers every time you use your email or something. These places will attach tracers to your emails and see, uh, kind of follow you and start sending you ads and things like that. So I use that duck email, and It doesn't actually go to them. It's not actually an email with them. Um, they have your email and they will filter your email for you. Yeah, it's really neat. My inbox is not jammed with a bunch of junk mail anymore. There's still a few in there. I think they're from before I did this. I just did it the end of last year, so yeah, that's a good one. And I got off that subject and I can't remember what I was talking about. Are you screaming at my screen yet? Going, it was this, it was this. I just can't connect. I can't connect with you. I'm not psychic. Um, I have a half older sister. I just found out about her last year, and we connected on Facebook, and we've talked on there, on Messenger. But it's so neat. My mom had her when she was 17, and at that time, and how things were, she had to give her up. So when she was born, they didn't even let my mom see her, or wouldn't even tell her the sex. They just took the baby right away. And a nurse, this was at it was a Catholic hospital. Anyway, one of the nurses came back, snuck back in there, and told her it was a girl. So, yeah, that was probably really, really hard for my mom. Um, so, anyway, my mom got married, and later on, when we could understand, she told us that we had a half sister out there somewhere. And my mom had somebody look for her and never did find her. So, it's in my 40s, and we hadn't talked about her for years and years and years. It was just basically let us know, and then um, that was it. So we were sitting in her shop one day, and just out of nothing, I says to her, "My sister, Julie," and she says, "Your sister's name is Andrea." I said, "No," I said, "that baby you had, I think her name is Julie." That turned out to be her name. Yeah, that was like weird. So, she grew up in the same town that we did. Isn't that awesome? And she had been adopted by a couple that couldn't have children. She had a really good life. Well, anyway, we were talking. She showed dogs. She was into horses. She never had children, and she's 4 years older than me. But our lives are so similar. The things we were into is just like how it would have been if we grew up together. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, I have not met her though. She's met my mom and my sister, the rest of my family. Um, I grew up in Indiana, and I think, I don't think she graduated from that high school. I think they had moved to Illinois by then. So she lives in Illinois now and works at some university. That's really the only difference between us is she went to college and we didn't. So yeah, it's neat. I do look forward to traveling and maybe just go meet her. Um, she's neat. So I'm gonna cut this video. Gosh, it's over an hour long. I just sit here and talk and talk. Um, yeah, guys, please leave me comments. like or dislike. Everything's good, all the feedback and everything. And whatever you're going through, if you're going through something horrific, let's talk about it. I've been through some horrific times myself, um, things that most people, it would seem so unreal or surreal to. So I'm not a counselor or a psychiatrist, but I'm pretty good at listening. Yeah, everything's good. It's going to work out for your good. And truly have a happy day.